Hi there everybody, this is Andy from Skilz4umedia. This is video number 1 of our new tutorial series teaching you how to actually create the classic arcade game Pong using HTML, JavaScript and CSS. Hopefully you'll learn something new out of this series, but please subscribe to the channel after watching each video because it really helps us out. Thank you. Why hello everybody and welcome to my multiple part tutorial on how to recreate the 1980s classic game called Pong using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So to take part in this tutorial you're going to need a text editor. The text editor of choice that I'm using is a program called Sublime, and you can find that on www.sublimetext.com. So first of all, go away and download that text editor. Okay, so once you've actually downloaded that text editor, we're going to need 3 files to recreate the game. So you're going to need a GAS file or created JS file, all in the same directory on your scene drive, and it's going to be called pong.js. So first of all, by doing that through Sublime, go to new file, and then just go to save as, and then save in the same directory and call it pong.js. Okay, so once you've actually done that, you need to do the same thing. You're going to create a HTML file. Again, going to the file new from Sublime and save that as Pong and then uppercase game.html, and the last file you're going to need is the Pong style CSS. So again, you're going to go to file new and save as Pong style.css. So when we're going to create this game, we're going to separate the game out into 3 files that we've just done. So you've got the HTML file, which is your content for your website, and then you've got your CSS sheet, which is going to be your styling, and then you've got the interactivity, which is your pong.js. And we want to link all 3 files together. So how we do that, so we're going to go to the HTML file. I've actually already typed in what we need for the game. So if you go ahead and copy what I've done, so at the top here we've got the title of the web page, which we've called Pong Game, and then I've attached the script. So I've gone tag script src equals then speech marks pong.js speech marks, and then we've got scripts at the end. So that's linking the pong.js file, and then we've got in here linking the style sheet with Pong style CSS. And just between the body tags, I've now got in here a game area. So I've created an ID tag called game area, and then between that I've got on here a canvas ID. So this is where the game's going to be drawn. I've got a canvas ID of my canvas, width of 800, height by 600, and I've closed that off. Okay, so if you go ahead and copy that or type that out into your text editor and save that, you can use that as a template for future reference as well. Okay, now we're going to go into the Pong style CSS. So if you're typing this at the moment, put it on pause, put it on freeze while you copy that into your text editor. Next we go to Pong style. So on here I've already actually completed or started to complete. So within the body I'm actually going to have the whole of the screen with a background color of black. So I'm going to go background color black, so it's going to be black background. So my playing area, so what I've got on here as well, so I've got a margin, so it's going to be a 20 pixel margin on the top of the game area, and also by putting auto on the left and the right margins, that's going to allow it to centralize on the screen. I'll put a width of 800 by 600, and then underneath we've got the my canvas ID. So here what I'm going to have is a background color of, actually, we'll switch that around. We'll put the background color of the body to white, give a bit of a classic look. And then what we're going to do in the My Canvas bit, we're going to go to background color and we're going to put black. Okay, so we're going to save that. So I'm going to go to my browser of choice, which I'm using Google Chrome. And then I'm going to go to where I've saved the game. So you can open up your game with. So first of all, go to File, Save As, and then go to Search Your File. And as you can see, when I've refreshed the screen, I've got that playing area of black. In fact, we could probably actually make that a little bit bigger. So let's put 1,000. So what I'm going to do is going to change my game area to 1,000. Width. And the same thing with my canvas. One other place I'm going to place that as well and change that is in the HTML file as well. Okay, so I've changed that to 1,000 just to make my playing area a little bit bigger. Pixels. Okay, just saving that. And there we go. So that we've got a nice big playing area for our game. So now we're going to go into the fun part, which is going to be moving on to the JS file. So first of all, when I've opened up my JS file, I've got on the top here in speech marks, use strict, and then we've got that semicolon. So a semicolon is like a full stop to a sentence. So first of all, what I'm going to do is get the variables for the canvas width and the canvas height. So first of all, I'm going to put here variable. So I'm going to go here, canvas width equals 1,000. Then we've got here. I could probably put here as or actually it could be a constant. Let's put a constant because it's not going to be changing. Canvas height equals 600. Okay, so how are we coming along so far? We all good? Good stuff. Okay, so let's move on. So at the top here as well, I'm going to put from here a constant, another constant. So I'm going to call this canvas equals, and I'm going to put undefined. Great stuff. Then from there, CTX equals undefined. It's really, the main thing is as well when you're typing these out is making sure you're putting that semicolon right at the end of the sentence as well. Great stuff. Okay, so from here, a couple other things I'm going to put in here. So we're going to put game frames equals 0. And from here we got game speed. This will be the speed of our game, so we have the option to actually speed it up. We're going to put 1. Then from here we're going to have player keys, key pressed down, so player keys. So this will be our player keys when we're actually pressing. So from here we're going to put equals, open brackets, so I'm going to put up pressed equals false. Then I'm going to put a comma, down pressed equals false. Always helps if I'm typing correctly. And then comma. Great stuff. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do from here is now we need the program to start as soon as we open up the window. So first of all, what I'm going to do is window dot onload. Okay, so what it's saying is when the window actually opens up, do this function. So I've got window onload, open brackets. So in here I'm going to put a function. We haven't actually created that function yet, but I'm going to call it start game. Okay. What I'm going to do is just going to test that. Because what I'm going to do from here is just going to create a function called start game. I'm just going to put an alert, just as a test. Now I could probably put this as a console log. So I'm going to save that. So to see if everything's all working, I'm going to go back to my HTML file in the browser, and we're just going to test that out to see if that actually works. And as you can see, it didn't work. Right. Okay. So from here, let's just go and test that out again. Window on load, so I'm just checking to see if there's anything that I missed out. Okay, so I'm just going to put an alert in there, see if that tests. This is why it's really good sometimes to actually go and just test these things out. So as you can see, it's not actually coming up. So what I'm going to do is click the inspect button to see what's going on. So when I click on the inspect button, so what I do is right click on the screen, click inspect, and over towards right hand side of your screen it will have you want to go to console, and then I can see automatically, I can see that there's saying that there's an error on line 14, so we need to debug what I've actually done wrong. So what I've done here, what I should have done is put a dots there. Okay, so hopefully, look at that, works perfectly fine. So there you go, I've actually debugged that, so that's now working. So that comes to the end of our first tutorial. So what we've actually learnt there is we've learnt how to actually set up the canvas, how to attach the CSS, the HTML, and also the CSS styling sheet. We've also managed to learn how to debug or within your browser as well. So that's the end of tutorial number 1. So on the next tutorial we're going to move on after actually uploading the canvas, and hopefully let's get some bats up on the screen. Thank you very much for watching. If you got anything out of that video, please do not hesitate to subscribe.